Dustin Hopkins set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Running on first down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert now. That's into the hands of Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Eckler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Eckler again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on the 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Prescott. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Oh, boy, you got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines are raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Takes it to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind set. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's the corner blitz that got him. J.C. Jackson with his sack.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. And they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside give to Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go. And maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is You know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Prescott off play action. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And now off to the races down the right side. 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Ed one told me once, when we were having a tough patch, this two shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Carter. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And Prescott, his third interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see in here from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown and a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown effort in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Prescott. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and
it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. First down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, it's Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Cowboys. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Final play of the half. Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Dorrance Armstrong in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, 70. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 21, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down. Here's an option right. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Easton stick, 70 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the sack on 1st down, rush. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko, finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's Fehoko. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answer.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
And that'll be caught by Fehoko.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now stick.
Throw left side, take it in by McKinney. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Stick looks to throw. He's got McKinney complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Well, it's a shuffle pass and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Stick looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing up. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? They'll give up the middle to Kelly. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Stick back to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. John Ross, 26 yards. And the Chargers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL, you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it,
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll go in the boots as a 7-yard loss on the save, and it's third down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now rush. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Ross. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Chargers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Stick from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Rush. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Rush. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw is Rush. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Talking about vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They run up the gut with Kelly. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run here with Spiller.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Rush. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And as this defense walks off the